Hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I am so pumped up because I'm slap happy tired. So I gotta keep my energy on 10, and yeah, it's a stretch here. But it's so hot here. Geez, Louise, I have my air conditioning on. I'm upstairs. Downstairs, it's like freezing. Upstairs, where I'm at in my little office area, it's hot. So I am hot. So I have my handy dandy ice. I'm gonna add some more ice to my water bottle here. Oh, it's packed. Geez, Louise. All right, I'm gonna pour this water. This is my drink tonight. This water, and then I am ready. Wait, let's see. Okay, wait. I feel like it's never know when it's all the way at the top. Okay. All right. So, oh, thank you. My little Hello Kitty Beyonce fan. My daughter just brought this little personal fan. All right. So, cheers, cheers, cheers. Maybe I should turn it this way. All right. So, happy Wednesday. Who do we have in here? It's not lost on me that it is. I can't believe it's July 4th. I always feel like when my birthday comes, my summer vacation has ended. But the 4th of July is the first sign. So I'm like the first I feel like I'm like 25% of maybe even more than that, maybe 30%. 30%, I feel like it's gone. Okay, that's good, honey. Thank you. That's okay. It's perfect. Jeez, Louise. Okay. It's not gonna stay like this. It wants to move around. It only works for Beyonce. I'm no Beyonce. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So who do we have in the chat? So that's why I'm dressed with red, white, and blue. And on Friday, I won't be live on Friday. I don't know. I think I might not be live all weekend because it's the holiday weekend. And I kind of have things going on. So I have my red, my white, and my blue representing for the 4th of July. So let's see, who do we have in the chat? We have Felicia Marie B. How are you? We have Lakeisha. How are you, Lakeisha? We have Mail to the B. We have Linda's Journey. We have Jen. Hey, Jen. We have the cross at the cross. Let me stop that. I always think of that when I see your name. It reminds me of my grandmother. I love that. Valerie, we have Valerie. We have Lovely. Hey, Lovely. We have Harjarine. How are you? How are you? And we have Bellflower, Journey of Life. Hello, hello. So, you guys, thank you for coming. I was going to talk about something totally different. Limitless Living with Shanta. Hello, how are you? Gotta love that name. So I was going to talk about something totally different today, which was kind of a little bit more somber, like the topic. So I guess this is appropriate to switch it. Since we have the 4th of July coming up, we're all going to be, eating in some form or fashion. I don't know if you guys are having a cookout. What are you guys doing for the 4th? Anybody have plans? Let me know in the chat. What is your plan for the 4th of July? And does it, and I guess I really want to know, does it involve food, like your plans? Or are you having a cookout, a barbecue? Are you taking a dish somewhere? Somebody bringing a dish to you? And I don't know what I'm doing. I went grocery shopping today, which was perfect, right? The only thing is my list, my top 10 sides to eat that, I can eat with my protein and veggies. I left the list at home and didn't have it on my phone. So I just bought some stuff I probably didn't even need to buy, but that's okay. My daughter will eat it and love it. But I do have a little list, and I'm going to see how much do you guys know about carbs. And then I have one of my subscribers who has been on me. I think this is a guy. This guy has been on me ever since my show with Dave on the Pen. I say a show. I don't know what to call it. But remember when Dave on the Pen, shout out to Dave on the Pen. I hope Dave is doing fine. I saw him the other day, not in person, but you know, he looked good. So shout out to him. And if you haven't picked up that book, you got to go get Dave's book. I'm gonna have to get this book because I really love this book. Let me grab Dave's book. Dave, I got Dave. My little notes, cliff notes in here. So, you know, when Dave was here, this guy troll. I don't know if that's the right word. If you're out there listening, if you would call it a troll, but he was on him. He was on him in the comments about what he was eating, you know, about eating fat. And so we're going to talk about that today because he wrote an interesting comment to me. And when I looked at it and reread it again, it made sense. But I'm already committed to this low carbs for the next 20 days. So, or 20, actually, I'm down to 19 probably now. But I'm committed to this. And I just kind of wanted to know what you guys think. But in addition to that, what was I going to say? Oh, in addition to that, we're going to see how much you guys know about these carbs. And I'm going to tell you, you know, what I'm planning on eating that's low carb. And the reason why I picked low carb over low sugar, I think sometimes people get confused. Somebody even asked me in one of these comments about the low sugar and what was the difference. And, you know, it is true. You know, once you eat low, you can eat low carb. You know, if you eat low carbs, you're pretty much, you know, are eating low sugar a lot of times, but not the other way around, right? And so I'm going to explain to you why I decided to go that route in a second. But before I do that, let me see. Let's just put the little topic up here. All right. So I also talked about not spiking your blood sugar level. So that's also a thing too. But so yeah, so I was just like, this is all I just said was I wanted to know if I should eat low carbs or low sugar, and it just sparked a lot of conversation. Which is good because I'm you know, I'm a teacher. Hopefully all teachers are lifelong learners. You know, just because you're a teacher, you don't stop learning. So I like to learn from people and interact with people. But let me just tell you guys my thinking. So to me, when I said low carb versus low sugar, yeah, I do realize if I chose low sugar, I would low carb, I would automatically reduce that sugar. But I didn't know if I wanted to, you know, like right now, I'm eating for my snack. Sometimes I still have grapes down there. I love a good banana. I was told that was one of the best things you could eat before a workout, even though I haven't been able to even do that. I haven't gotten that banana in there. I let them, you know, go bad, so I had to throw them out. But let's take a banana. An average banana has 27 carbs and it has 14 grams of sugar. Okay. So if I were choosing to go low carb, that would limit me. I mean, let's just say I was going to eat like just fruit, you know, just eat, you know, I was going to say, okay, I want to have some fruit. So if I had 3 bananas, I'm already past that 80 grams of carbs because remember, it has 27. Well, am I? Yeah, I kind of am because that's what rounds to almost 90. So I was like, geez, oh man, you know, I'll get there quick trying to eat fruit, you know, in this whole, you know, low carb scenario. But not to mention if I eat anything else. But if I was to count the sugars of that banana, it only has 14 sugar. Or I shouldn't say only, but it has 14 sugars. And yeah, they're the natural sugars, but it's still sugar. So if I were to do low sugar, that would just mean I would be cutting out, you know, a lot more things like, you know, my protein shakes, my protein bars, but I could still eat the rice, right? If I ate low sugar, I could still eat rice. I could still eat potatoes. I could still eat, you know, all those other carbs that, you know, I'm trying to avoid because it spikes my blood sugar because I'm a diabetic. So I think it's a little different when you're a diabetic, right? When you're a diabetic, things are a little different. So that's why I chose to go the low carb route, but that's why I was even pondering the low sugar. So now when I want to eat my fruit, those carbs are going to add up faster than it was if I was strictly just going by the sugar, like counting the sugars. Now, the good thing is I have, you know, I was tracking everything on my FitnessPal. I'm still trying to fill this other app out to see if I'll switch over. The other app, you know, it lets you, you know, It lets you, track your injections and stuff like, other things besides just the food. So I'm trying that out. That's one of the things I think this weekend I'm shutting it down, and I'm just gonna, finish up the stuff I need to do around my house, organize my little self, and then I'm also going to organize like my food, my plan, and what I'm eating. Because right now I kind of know what I'm doing, but I don't have a written down plan. And if you know me without a written down plan is not good. So that's what I want to kind of have, like a written plan. So that's the reason why I chose that. And somebody else asked me too, which I think all these are great questions, right? So it's good that you got somebody like the downsizing diva that's you going through this brain as I think with me. So somebody asked me, why don't you just let the medication do its job? Why are you tracking this and tracking that? Just chill out and just, either eat or don't. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm not is because for me, this is really, I want this to be a lifestyle change. I remember I was one of these people. What's today? Today is July 2nd. 2025 at 8:42. You can mark these words down. I used to always say, and you guys remember, if you've been following me long enough, I do not see myself on this medication for the long term. I want off. I'm not a medic. I don't like to even take in supplements, but I do. And I said, I'm not doing that. I want off this medication. Well, I do. I still want to be off. But guess what? I don't think it's realistic because I could just see as soon as I get off, my knees starting to hurt. Like that inflammation, if nothing else, is going to keep me on this medication for as long as I can get on it. But I also realize some of you seem so confident that you're going to stay on this medicine, that things aren't going to change. Like I do not. I feel like maybe better medications or things will come out. But I will also want to have a plan in place for if it doesn't work out for me. With this medication. I don't want to be one of those people that, maybe what if I get down to my, a size 4, let's say, and, get down to the goal weight. I'm in maintenance. I'm cruising along. Something happens. I can't get this medication. And then I gain half the weight back. I don't know. But I just want to have some lifestyle changes in place. So I thought, to me, if this is a tool, you use it along with the lifestyle. Now, for me, you can do whatever you want to do. If you decide you're not tracking, you don't want to track, you just want to eat, do that intuitive eating, push back when you get, full, you can do that. But that's not my plan. My plan is to try different things. So I'm doing low carbs. If I was a keto girl, I'd be doing keto, trying out keto on this. That's what I would do. I don't like keto. Remember, I told you I'm not a protein girl. That's probably one of the reasons why I ended up being 300 pounds, because everything I love is carbs and carbs loves me. And so I love carbs and sweets. So that's the reason why I plumped up the way I am. If I was just eating, a lot of protein, I probably wouldn't be this big. I also have a sweet tooth. And so my birthday every year, I could show you guys, if you go back to that video where I went month to month on how much I lost each month, I believe July was one of the months where I, lost the least amount of weight. Now, why? I was off work. I was exercising, all that, because I was celebrating. I was eating. And I was eating, a little piece here and a little piece there. Well, we know all that stuff, just like everything else we say, it adds up. Just like the little weight loss adds up over time, the little snacks here and snacks there and birthday dinner here and birthday treat there, all that added up. And I didn't gain weight, so that was great, right? But I didn't lose weight either. I didn't lose a ton of weight. And so having a goal, I'm a goal setter. So if it bothers you that I set goals and I'm going to say I'm going to cut out carbs, who knows, next month I might say I'm going to have an exercise goal. I might go to DEXA scan. I don't know what they're going to tell me at DEXA scan. If they say I lost muscle, I'm going to have a gain in weight. A gain in muscle goal. So I am a goal setter. I like to switch things up, and especially when something's not working. Do I know if something's not working? No, because I've still been losing a pound and a half, that 0.2. I lost that 0.2 last week or so. So I'm still losing, but I just think I could tweak some things. And for me, I know me. And even though my appetite is suppressed, that is true, but I still eat. I still ate. Like earlier today, I had a salad. It was so good. I was actually talking to Taisha on the phone, making this salad. I was like, I can't wait to get off with her. She doesn't know that, but I was like, I can't wait to get off with her so I can eat this salad. That was a great salad. It was good. Now that helped me. I wasn't really hungry. I couldn't have, I could have not eaten for the rest of the day and just drank my water, maybe added some electrolytes because tonight is my little injection night. So I could have done that, but I said, no, I got to get these calories in. So I ate a taco salad. I had, my little ground turkey, my cheese, my sour cream. I added some onions, and I just didn't add the lettuce because it just didn't look so hot. So I didn't add the lettuce to it. But I put a little, my little dressing I like on it, and that was my dinner. I could have not eaten that, though. I didn't have to eat it. Now, it was low carb, but I kind of made, I ate it because I'm trying to get a certain amount of calories in. So I told you all that to say, when I'm at these birthday dinners, birthday lunches, hanging out this weekend, whatever I'm doing, instead of eating what I just ate, a taco salad, I probably could eat a piece of cake. I probably could eat a cookie. I'm telling you, all that stuff adds up. So for me, I said, let me set a goal for myself so I could focus myself out. Nobody knows me like I know me. And there's not that much appetite suppression that I have, or that much with my brain going on, where people can overeat this medication. I'm telling you, they can. A lot of these choices are our choices. So I wish people would own that. Now, if you're somebody who the medication is telling you like a zombie, don't eat this, don't eat that, you're not hungry, that's not the downsizing diva. Now, my appetite is suppressed. I am stuffed, but I did say, remember, I can eat that one meal. That's what is suppressing my appetite. I'm eating this one meal, and I'm ready to eat it when it's time. And usually it's like been 12, 1 o'clock. I'm eating my one meal, and that is holding me. And I don't have to eat again for the rest of the day, but I am eating because my goal is to get 1,800 calories. I've even scaled that back now from 1,600 to 1,800 calories. So I'm trying to get it in. So that is just my plan and my strategy. That I'm not the end all be all. I don't know, what everybody else is doing and how they're doing it. I just know for me to stay focused during my birthday month, where it's all things about a celebration. I'm going to cut those carbs, and because I set a goal, I'm going to be able to do it. That's just how my brain works also. Like, if I set a goal, I can stick to it. If I don't set a goal, for me, I kind of won't do it. So I said all that to say, are you guys okay with that? Like, some people were up in my comments so deep, like, and so let me tell you, this guy said to me, and it made sense, but I want to know what you guys think, and then we'll go in the chat. So in my comments, and I got to read it because it did, I'm all about making sense. Like, if something makes sense, I'm going to go with it. If it doesn't make sense, I'm going to keep it moving. And I thought this made sense, what this guy said to me, but I don't know. What do you guys think? And you know what I told him? I'm going to have to do some research because I don't know. So I told him I was going to do some research and I would let him know. So I'm going to ask you guys, because you guys are experts and smart about your own journey as well. So I see some more people came in the chat. I'm going in that chat in a second. Oh, this was on my community post. That's right. Jeez Louise. So on my community post, he wrote, is it going to let me go to my community post? Geez, now people can write on your community post. I'm going to have to censor that because I could see some people just writing all kind of stuff. Let's see. So on my community post, let's see. Where's when I was asking people? Okay, here it is. I had 32 comments on this bad baby. All right, so let's see if his comment is on here. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it since I'm live and in living color. It's like I'm not going to be able to go straight to it. Maybe it's here. I don't know. Did my moderators delete him? I don't see the comment. Where is the comment? I don't see it. Geez, I was going to read it out loud. Maybe he put it here. I don't know. Not there. Okay. Geez, Louise. Well, maybe it was deleted out. I can't find the comment. So if I find it during the course of this live, I'll read it out loud. Maybe he was under somebody else's comment. Was that it? No, that's not it. Usually if I read a comment out loud, just so you're not one thing thinking like, oh, she don't read mine, I'll ask you and ask you if it's okay most of the time. If it's a comment, I'll read it. I'll ask permission if I could read it. I'm just not going to put people on blast. But I just think this made a lot of sense. I'm just not doing what he said, but I don't see it, so I can't find it. So we'll have to come back to that. But anyway, so yeah, but one of the things he was telling me, which I can remember off the top of my head, he said, so you guys let me know, have you heard this? What do you guys think? He told me that I needed to eat carbs and not cut the carbs, but I needed to cut the fat. And he told me I should cut my fat. So I said, well, you always say that. What kind of fats are you talking about? And he's talking about some of the same carbs that I'm going to talk about in a second when I talk about the top 10 carbs or sides that you could eat, not necessarily all carbs, but some sides you can eat that are, kind of lower in the carbs or healthier carbs. But he told me, he said something like Greek yogurt, everything he talked about, I was already had on my plan. But he said eat 40 or less. He says he eats 20 grams of fat or less. But for me to eat 40 and make sure they're not saturated or have any trans fat, which makes sense. But he said, don't cut carbs. He said, because when you cut carbs, that doesn't help your insulin resistance. So I'm trying to research that to figure out what's going on with that, because I just was like, should I be eating that? How should I do that? But don't interrupt this challenge, right? This challenge, we're sticking to the carbs. So maybe I will, after this is over, incorporate that fat. But I'm taking that, I gotta find that comment, because I'm taking that to DEXA scan. I'm gonna ask the DEXA scan guy. Did I screenshot that? I don't know if I screenshotted it, if I screenshot that or not. Yes, okay, I did. Jeez Louise. Okay, so listen, are you guys listening? You guys are out there. I see that chat moving. You guys are saying hello to each other. All right, so everybody in YouTube land, I want you to help me out with this. This is what this guy is saying. He says, cut the fat right to the floor, under 20 grams. Prioritize protein before carb. Okay, that sounds like what we know to do. Don't let anyone tell you how much protein you need. Use intuition until you are full. Well, I'm going to talk about how many my doctor told me. I probably will do it in a separate video. Number 3, he says, after protein needs are met, eat carbs from whole food sources. Great. Jump rope to build. Now, this is something about this, because I've heard this lady who's like a guru about all things health and wellness. You've probably heard of her name before, but I won't mention it right now. But he says to jump rope, build and preserve your bone density. Use intuition. He said, use that intuition on how many times you jump. Okay, I need a specific number, sir. And then he says, toss off that scale. Wouldn't we all love to do that? I feel like that's an Angela Bassett moment. Toss off that scale. And he said, once you are ripped to shreds, Downsizing Diva, ladder the fat back up. Go back up. Add that fat. So when I asked him specifics, that's when he told me, don't do 20, do 40. And then, go back from there. Then he said, save your cheat day for family to get together and for family get-togethers and vacations. Use it as a refeed to raise your metabolism, which we kind of know what to do that too, right? When you have those higher calorie days. So I think everything he's saying is great. The only thing I don't know about is he said, don't cut carbs, cut that fat. And I don't really think I'm eating a lot of fat, because I've been tracking it. So that's one of my things I'm going to be doing this weekend, is really diving into my numbers, what I'm eating, how I'm eating. And, I'm in the second half of my weight loss journey. So I've lost 74 pounds and I'm trying to lose 70 more, 65 to 70 more initially. Who knows how much farther I will go down. But, if I could get down that far. But I really, my second half, I wanted to just be a little bit more focused, right? Focused. Because I feel like the first half, I really the first 30 pounds, I was just using the medication, how you guys are saying, oh, just use the medication. Don't eat, I wasn't so strict on my, I was counting things and keeping track, but I wasn't as diligent as I have been the last 6 months here. So I will say that. So it's a learning experience for me. I think this is a fun kind of journey. And those people that want to make it stressful, don't stress me out. I'm a fun-loving, fun person. Don't stress me out about what I'm eating and how I'm eating it. Okay, just let me do me, and I'm gonna let you do you. So I just thought that was so funny. You know, he left that comment and it wasn't, you know, he's so against you know, people cutting carbs and not cutting the fat. And, you know, he says he knows how to do it, this, that, and the other. So anyway, I'm taking that. I'm going to ask the guy from DexaScan. And that the guy didn't just work at DexaScan. He was built. You could tell he had some athleticism going on in his life. So I'm going with what he says, right? So, and then, you know, one of my friends, I still have to interview her, Joy. You guys, she was on this live stream maybe a month or so ago. We still didn't interview yet, Joy. So we got to interview. And Joy she went from being chunky to cut up. So I'm gonna call Joy, try to get in touch with her this weekend and ask her about what he's saying about the fat. But I got to interview her because I want you guys to see and hear from somebody who was kind of like us, right? Just going about her way, you know, gained a bunch of weight. And I mean, she hit that gym. She got those weights going. She was determined. She wanted to work out. And she is, you know, walking around here looking like she could enter a beauty pageant for the muscle-bound women. And I mean, not just her arms, it's her legs, it's her glutes. I mean, she is, you know how bodybuilders are, her thighs, it's everything, right? It's everything. She's not just working on those biceps and triceps. She got it all going on. So I really want to interview her. This made me want to interview her even more because I want to know from somebody who actually is experienced and I can see it, right? Isn't that the beauty of following a YouTube person? You can see their growth over time. So anyway, I just went off on a tangent representing my U to the S to the A, and I'm about to go up in this chat. I see a bunch of folks in this chat. What are you guys doing? Paul is a new member. Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Paul, welcome. It's nice to have a guy up in these parts. You and it's Darian. We're going to have a party. All right, so let's give Paul some confetti. I love that. I love that. Go, Paul. Jeez, Louise. Thank you, Paul. Welcome, welcome. All right, so what are we saying besides hello? I see a lot of people came in after that. So you guys were telling me what your plans are. What are your plans? And then we're going to get into the food of it all. All right, so let's see. I don't want to skip anybody. Journey of Life. How are you? How are you? Dee Dee, I'm going to send you my DEXA scan so you and Mel can school me. Okay, you know it, Marjorie. I don't know if you want to come on with us, but you could come on with us and talk about yours. But see, she signed up, Mel, for every month. How about that? She signed up for once a month. I think that is so cool. You're going to have a lot of data. So yeah, we'll help you sort through it and then we'll figure something out. Limitless Living with Shanta. Hi. Now, I am going to say my next DEXA scan, if I get my next DEXA scan, and let's say they say half of your muscle weight is gone down, I'm still going to come on here and report it. Even if it's not as good, I'm going to come on here and I'm just going to I'm going to do it. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, it is what it is. But you know, as many of these muscles and bends and turns and twists, I'm like in pretzel form for this Pilates, and I'm lifting my own body weight, which is 234 pounds. I mean, I should I should be putting on muscle, not losing muscle, but we'll see. Okay, Jen. See, Jen, too bad we don't live in the same city. We could have got together and found us a man friend. Yes, going to my mother-in-law's for barbecue. Okay, Valerie. Welcome, Valerie. Hello, hello. Bellflower, what are you doing, my twin? Cooking out with your family. You're taking the chicken. Okay, very good. I figured somebody was taking something. I'm excited for the fellowship, but not for the food. Yeah. Well, we'll see how that medication kicks in. Just going to relax with my family. That sounds so lovely, just like your name and your profile pic. Journey of life. So far, nothing. I know my kids are going to drag me to buy fireworks, so I'll leave that for the day of. Maybe they'll be discounted. Fireworks are so expensive. They are. And I thought they were illegal. So how are folks selling that? Are they not illegal anymore? I'm so confused. Linda's Journey, how are you? She says we are grilling for the fam. Okay, so Linda, I put a reminder so we can do, so I got to remember to put your things up, because not this Friday, because this Friday I won't be on, but the following Friday, we're going to be talking about all things dating and this and that. And we are going to play a drinking game, but we're going to do it with some of your recipes. So I didn't forget about that. Every time I see your name, I remember. So we're going to do that. The cross says, no big plans, just the nail spa, and then you are relaxing. I love that. Very good. The nail spa sounds delicious. Lakeisha's going to a cookout, grilled salmon, fruits and strawberries and blueberries. All right, Lakeisha, that sounds good. That sounds like high sugar. I'm sorry. Okay, I love my fruit. I started to buy some watermelon today, Lakeisha, and I said, no, I say low carbs. Here, that's probably half my carbs for the day. Simply Taisha, she says, hey, Dee and Delicious fam, how are you? All right. Oh, thank you. Cute hat. Thank you. I think I got this hat. Where did I get this hat? I can't remember where I got this hat. I wanted to say I got this hat. Oh, let me think about it. I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was cute. I'm not a fan of all hats, believe it or not. I'm very picky. Hey, Paula. Go, Paula. Go, Paula. Look at Paula looking all cute in that profile pic. Okay, Mail to the B. What is Mail to the B saying with that super chat? Let me find it. I gotta go all the way down. Where is it? Mail to the B. Mail to the B. Thank you. She says, Dee, congrats on your new challenge. Looking forward to seeing your journey. I agree with consulting consulting I think you said pro. People want to complicate everything. Ignore that noise, girlfriend. Darium, are you in the bushes yet? She put Darium on blast on my super chat. I love it. It's Darium. He'll be in here soon. That is so funny. And you guys keep the comments coming. I just think it's so funny. I'm like, I just thought, I was like, gosh, a challenge. Got so many comments. I just thought people would say carbs or sugar. That's it. And I'm not hot and bothered by it at all. But it's just, I think it's hilarious. That it's not stressful. Just so you know, just because I'm tracking, to me, tracking and all that is not stressful. And it can be annoying sometimes, but for me, remember, I'm like an organized person. So an organized person is not going to mind. But I also remember, I tell you guys, I do some kind of intuitive eating too, right? To a degree, because, if I eat something that's off what I know what the calories are already at, I have to go back in and do some revising, and it just messes up things. So I just like to eat the same things. Like, I'm eating the same things. If you're somebody who talks to me and you have been on the phone when I'm eating the same things. I'm not really changing it up. So it's easy to remember, how many calories and stuff I'm consuming, because I'm eating the same thing. That's why I did that whole video on my eating plan. I should have put that up. People are still watching that video, and then more people start watching that video once I put it attached to this little thing, my community poll. So yeah, I want to stop right here before I go down any further in the chat. Oh, I see my girl, Miss B, my girl, Mia, N.T., losing it with Grace, Geraldine. I see all you guys. Okay, before I do that, I just want to ask you guys to check this lady out. I want to take a little commercial break right here and tell you guys to check out my interview with Joe. This lady, when I tell you, this lady had me tickled. She's just so funny, so fun. And I know people, I don't know if people are watching the whole video. I know those interviews can be quite long, but really stick to the end, because at the end, something she said touched my heart, and it just made me want to become like a GLP-1 advocate and fight for people to get this medication, because of just how she felt before she started taking the medicine. So if you watch the video, if you somebody who watched it and you were able to zip through it, go back and zip through that last half hour of it or 20 minutes because, it just, broke my heart to see that, she was just struggling so much. And so, it's like, what a difference the GLP-1 medication has made. She's down 44 pounds. Now, this interview, it's funny because the day we did the interview, there was breaking news. So you got to watch that video. Don't tell what the breaking news is if you watched it already. But there was breaking news. And so if you have been somebody who's interested in the medications and just all things like with, their healthcare system, how plus size people are treated, watch that interview because you're going to learn about that. I learned some things and then I broke some news, but I didn't put the video out that day. So now it seems like old news, but it was breaking news. I broke news to her when we were actually interviewing with a little research, I was doing about before I interviewed her. So yeah, I just think she's such a neat lady. She has a great presence, a great personality. She has that vibe going. And then don't tell what it is if you watch that video, but we have something special, like something connected me to her. And now I know what it is. And do not tell if you're in this chat, if you saw it and you know what it is, do not tell. But let people see for themselves. But yeah, so go check that interview out. I thought that was a great interview. So you could see, I think people are so like impressed that I have some big names on my channel, but I don't have to have a big name on my channel. I've been saying that forever. I got to get my little link going so people could just click on it. But if you've lost 10 pounds, if you've lost 20 pounds, if you've lost, 30 pounds, if you've lost 70 pounds, come on the channel and interview and talk about it. As you can see, Joe still has a lot more to lose. And our focus was her process. So hopefully she'll come back midway through her journey or when she gets to where she wants to be. And, she'll report, even more of her loss so we can see her journey over time. But I just thought, she was interesting. She is a YouTube content creator. And she's just over there living her, doing her thing and living her best life. And I just thought she had like a different perspective. The way she's eating is also different than what I'm doing. And I think it's great. It works for her, and she is under the care of a doctor. And so no matter what any of us says on here, if I'm going low carbs, no carbs, no protein, high protein, 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of protein, exercise, I'm doing a 75 hard challenge. I'm doing no challenge with the exercise. Whatever you do, consult your doctor, whatever your doctor thinks is appropriate. Because when people ask my opinion, I always say that it's whatever your doctor thinks is appropriate for you. So that's the give, she gave some good tips in there, things that are working for her. And I'm telling you, with her diet, the way she's eating, I see why she's lost 44 pounds in 3 months. So you're curious to know what that is. Now, even though I see that for her, that's not something I want to do, right? That's not the way I want to go into my weight loss journey, because again, I want it to be something I could do like beyond, this journey, right? I want it to be something that I could do when I'm in maintenance, when I'm trying to survive in maintenance and make all that out. I want that to be, that's why I'm only cutting carbs for 21 days. I'm not cutting carbs forever. So is it sustainable? No, that's why I gave it a limit, 21 days. Because I can't keep it up. I just know I can't. I would have been on low carb a long time ago if it was something I could do and keep up. Now, could I do a better job of it with this medication? Yes, I can, but I'm somebody, I just don't see myself not having carbs or like just eating quinoa for the rest of my life. And that's just not the downsizing diva. That is just not me. Now, a girl has a right to change her mind. So if that doctor said, in order for you to survive and be here to see your daughter, you better stop eating those carbs. You only eat the quinoa. Well, quinoa it is. And I'm going to be going to Mindy wherever she lives and having her husband cook me up some quinoa because she said he makes the best cauliflower rice. She said he makes the best food. Well, Mindy, tell him to add me to the dinner table because I'm going to be coming there for you to help me out with that. But in the meantime, in between time, if that's not going on, I'm good with, eating the carbs that I am cutting those carbs back, but now I'm just cutting them back a little bit more. I'm monitoring it a little bit more. That's all. That's it. That's all. Miss V, she said, so cool, Marjorie. Just took my second DEXA scan. Oh my gosh. I was so surprised my muscle went up. I haven't had a chance to dig deep into it. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. Let's give you some confetti. And let's all give my girl Harjarine some confetti too. We're gonna give a double dose. We're gonna give Harjarine. You know, Harjarine was not playing around. She said she got her a DEXA scan for every month. I think that's true, right, Harjarine? Okay, wait, I'm still going down the chat. Where I got lost. Jeez, Louise. This is a long chat. I'm sorry. Okay, I saw that with Harjarine. Somebody said something about the 4th of July, and I missed that. Oh, that was Harjarine. She said no plans. We saw Paul is a member. Go, Paul. He says, gotta support our community. Thank you. I appreciate that. People are wishing Mel B. Look at this fabulous lady, Anchor Moment. She says, hi, Mel B. I found DD. I'm a new subscriber. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm subscribed to your channel too. This is Anchor Moments. I'm sure a lot of people in here know who you are. You're out and about in these GLP-1 streets, Anchor Moments. Thank you for stopping in. And you also, we have in common, you were a kindergarten teacher. I'm a 3rd grade teacher. You're retired. I'm about to join you in retirement soon here. It's so funny because I always wonder every time I see that, I wonder, are the people at my job like, oh yeah, these jobs are my grade level and where I teach at is like a hot commodity. I'm telling you. So, and I'm like one of the top, if not the top, out of all the 3rd grade teachers in my district. So I'm pretty sure they're like, geez, oh man, we got to get her out of there. Oh my goodness. I've been in that district for 32 years. Can you believe that? Teaching 3rd grade. So yeah. I'm up there. And the guy who had the most seniority over me retired this last year, right? So now it's me. So I may stay. You never know. Oh Lord, I cracked myself up. I just love having the option if I wanted to go. And everybody's saying hello to Gina. So Simply Taisha says, I am absolutely confident that I am a lifer. Okay, very good, very good. She is a lifer too. Okay. So talk me into it, Taisha, whenever I say I'm getting out of it. I agree, Dee. It makes sense to try different lifestyle changes to see what works for you. Everyone is different and have different paths and journeys. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I agree with that. Very much so. People are saying hello. Mel saying, Gina, so good to see you in here. Paula says, you are an inspiration, DD. You encourage me to set better goals. Okay, good. Very good. I love the goal setters. We got to set goals and actually try to stick to them. And if you don't, you know what I always say, we're going to give ourselves grace. It's okay. And just start all over or start where you left off. There's nothing wrong with setting goals. I set goals as well. However, this is a lifetime medication for me. Yes. And now I'm saying, I told you, it's on camera now. I just don't see myself getting off of it. I really don't. It's like if I'm going to have achy joints and all that, no, ma'am. I just don't see it. But, I always say too, I think we're so... I look at the future of GLP-1s and it's just so much. If you guys, I don't know if you keep up with that. I know people watch some of these people who report the news, but if you do your own deep dive, there's so much coming out with these medications that the landscape of it all is going to look different. A lot of us aren't going to be injecting. Some of us are going to be injecting, probably still once a week because some people are creatures of habit. Some of us are going to be injecting once a month. Some of us might even have to inject a half a year. That's going to be coming out, once a year. Everybody's trying to top the next person. It's pretty soon we're not going to be having to worry about whether we're losing muscle. I mean, all this stuff is coming out, that's going to help us on these GLP-1 journeys. And I'm one of those people, I would take a pill because, I don't mind doing that, a daily pill. But what if it was a weekly pill? What if it was a monthly pill? What if, I think it's just so much out there now on the horizon that we don't know where we're going to end up, but we do know that, we're going to appreciate the support, right, of it all. We will appreciate the support. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Mel is feeling better. Mel even sounds better, actually. So that's great. Losing it with grace. How are you? This lady is another content creator over there doing it on her channel as well. Showing that great food you're cooking and eating. So I love that. Let's see. Anchor moments. Yes, 74 pounds down. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Mia, how are you? She says, hello, hello, everyone. Look at that profile pic. You're another one that's creative with changing those profile of that. Dee Dee, now that you mentioned Angela Bassett, she seems to be over here doing all the things because baby looks good. Go, Angela. We love you. Yes, she does look good, doesn't she? She does. I love that. Congratulations on the 74 pounds. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, yes, yes. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. She says, what are you guys saying? You do you, Dee Dee. What you are doing is working for you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I am gonna set goals, right? So it's not like I'm changing my whole shebang. I'm just setting a goal for like to focus on something. Because I'm telling you, I know me. I know what if I don't cut these carbs back and give myself a limit, I can overdo it. Kim J. Okay, she has the best jawline. Yes, congratulations on 74 pounds down. That's fantastic. Love that. Yay! Hey, Slim's in the making. I love that name. How are you? How are you? Mia says Diva is dancing. All right, very good. Dee Dee, you've got this. AP, do you? I'm here for it, cheering you on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to get that A1C down too. And that's another thing too. When I was gonna say, when you're a type 2 diabetic, you kind of have to approach things a little bit different. So this low carb situation is gonna really help me. I said 80 or less, but if I get to that 100 some days, I'm gonna give myself grace. But most of the time, I'm usually between 88 and 90. So I guess so I said lower than 80 because that's like the challenge, right? To even go a little bit lower than that. But, when your doctor is trying to determine your insulin levels, now I never had to take insulin. I know some people did. I thank God, knock on wood, when I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, I found it early on. It was like, within months, I found it. So it wasn't like a year, 2 years and all that because, I was going to getting a yearly checkup and sometimes going for every 6 months. When I started having this whole menopause and, perimenopause and was thinking something was going on with me. So, so that's what they use. They don't tell you to track, you might think, oh, the type 2 diabetic is tracking those sugars. Well, a lot of times you're tracking carbs because we know most things that are carby turn to sugar, right? The carbs turn to sugar in your body. But we now know some things react differently with different people. And you have people who monitor their blood sugars. I was never told to do that. My doctor doesn't think I need to do that. Why? Because I don't feel like I have these high highs and these low lows, or my blood sugar is never low. I don't have headaches. I've never, I probably in my whole lifetime had a migraine. I could count on one hand. I don't get migraines or headaches or anything like that. And so, so it's reasons why I haven't really had to track, what I was doing with and plus, like I said, I found out really quickly that my blood sugar had gone over that pre-diabetic range. So I think for all those reasons, I'm not monitoring. Now, one thing I don't have a desire to do, but I would do it if I was told to, or that I needed to, I had to, I should. That's something I don't want to track. I don't want to be eating and having to track what I ate and what that's doing to my body and all of that. I don't really want to do that. Now, if I was having headaches and if it was reasons why I felt faintish, felt like I was going to faint, super tired, where I couldn't function, I would do it. But right now, I thank God, I haven't had to do that. But that's again, everybody's different. So I think if you've had to do that and you're tracking, and I know people who have to track and they have to make sure they're eating, the things are adjusted, even that they're out of the diabetic range, they're still having to track those blood sugars. It's a serious thing. It really is a serious thing. So all those people who are wondering, cutting those carbs is going to help me more so than the sugars because, like I said, I can monitor my sugars, but I could be eating more carbs and then those carbs are going to turn to sugars anyway. So it's a win-win for me as a type 2 diabetic to count those, the carbs versus the sugar. So let me see what else you guys are saying. And then we're going to see what you guys know about carbs. Tia, hello. How are you? Now, I forgot to say, Tia is also a content creator. You guys got to go check her out, her channel. Losing it with grace. When does the start the low carb challenge? I might want to be in the low fat. Also sounds tempting. So I think, I'm going to do that low fat one. I'm going to wait till I go to the DEXA scan people first, because I just think I could get some good insight and feedback from him. But I started really technically, I've just been kind of, I knew my birthday month was coming. I knew I probably wanted to do this challenge. So I'm going to do it till July 21st. So you could start today. You could start today. If you want to go past July 21st to get the total 21 days in, you can. But yes, do it with me. Now, Bev, I know is doing, she called me bright and early this morning saying, I'm doing that low carb with you. So if you want to do the low carb, let's do it. And anybody else who wants to do it, let's do it. I am, but I haven't started track. I've just been, I see what I buy the same stuff. So I know, like, I do use those carb missions, tortillas. I know how many carbs are in there. That's another thing. Those kind of tortillas, though, those net carbs are only 4, because that's another thing about the carbs. When you add that fiber in, you could deduct some of those carbs because of how the fiber works, with your body. So yeah, it's just a lot that goes on with those, counting those carbs and counting those calories, and versus counting the carbs versus the sugar. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Somebody says Darium comes straight out of the bushes. Is Darium up in here? Because we're gonna get involved in. Geraldine, thank you. I see a super chat, but I gotta find it. Geraldine, thank you. You are so sweet. Let's give her a bam. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, all right. So thank you, Geraldine. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, I forgot to give you the thank you. Wait a minute. I got to give the thank you. That is so cute and cool to me. I just love that. All right. So Geraldine just reminded me, because we want to have a downsizing diva get together, right? And so I want you guys to let me know right now in the chat, if you could just take a minute and say, if you are going on a trip, remember, this is the first time we're meeting. I kind of want to do it out on the East Coast, because I live in Ohio, so in this kind of area. So one thing we tossed around was meeting up in Vegas. I just think Vegas is, and I'm talking with my little committee, which is Bellflower. We've also kind of brought Mel and Taisha into it too. And so Taisha, you'll get to be her too. She'll be there. But we talked about what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about Vegas. And one of the things we talked about was Vegas being so open and so big and so expensive, and it being the first time we're meeting. Do we want to have a big open space? And, we know some other people have met, but remember, that was like a small group that met somewhere. And then the other group was on an enclosed boat with like security and, kind of having the Love Boat vibes going on. So yeah, and so we're thinking about doing it. I have 2 dates in mind. I'm gonna put those out pretty soon. But we just want to get together and we want to have fun, divalicious style. So we just want to meet up. So I want you to tell me in the chat, where is a good place to go to meet? Where would you think? And think about things to do. Like, do they have a casino there? Do they have restaurants? Do they have shopping? Do they have a spa? We just want a hotel area we can stay at. So when we're planning this, so put that in the chat. If you have a place in mind that is a great place to go. Now, if you just think we should go to Vegas, put that in there too. We're not against that, but we just thought it's just such an open, like we wanted to be more, I guess, like of an intimate place to meet up, a little bit, a smaller area, since that's all our first time. Most of us, it's going to be our first time meeting. So Bellflower, if you can see these things in the chat, do you mind writing those down? Could you hear that? Beverly's in here. Hey, Bev. Can you? It's Daria, Naturalista. Oh my goodness, how are you guys? Okay, all right. Tia says Denver. Okay, okay. No, I'm not. Okay, Denver is one. Uh, let's see. Okay, what are you guys? Okay, so I'm looking. Are you guys, girls and guys, thinking of where we could go? Now, remind you, we're doing is next summer. So if we choose some place like Vegas, it's so far away. We got time to plan and save. And you guys, I'm not money bags. I'm on a retirement budget. I'm retiring early. Um, it I'm retiring early. So, it's what I thought I was going to accomplish in 2 years. I'm forced to do it in one if I'm truly retiring this year. So, we're taking that into consideration too. But I'm just going to put what you guys say and let us know, like, okay, whatever you say, what's going on in these places. Okay. So Mel says, I'm with Jen on Vegas. Okay. Losing it with Grace says, lovely. Does insurance cover that? What did she say? Does insurance cover? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. She says, DD, have you ever thought about getting a continuous glucose monitor just to see what foods will spike your blood? I did, and it was an eye opener. No, but you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Thank you for that, lovely. When I go, I go back to get my blood work done in September. And if I go and my A1C is, not moved or it's just stalled out or whatever is going on with it, if it's anything but headed down, then I'll infer and I'll ask my doctor about that. Yeah, I will. So let's see. Cheers to you all with the low carb. I have to pass, trying to balance out and keep lower, but had to increase per my dietitian. I don't do a lot of bread. My carbs are mostly fruit or veggies. Yeah, and those carbs. I mean, I plan on eating carbs. That's going to be a bulk of my carbs. We forget that fruit has a lot of carbs in there. All right, so she says, "Come to Denver, yay! Oh my goodness, okay, Denver. We got Vegas. We got the king is here. Darium here. Darium. Oh my goodness. How about somewhere on a coastline? Maybe South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Okay, okay. You should talk to Ange about some ideas on meetups. Yeah, one of the places I thought was, I will talk to Ange. Jen said that to somebody earlier, to Bellflower. We were talking earlier today. Bellflower, are you writing these down? Jerlene says, Minnesota is great. Now, Lovely says no, but she got a good manufacturer discount. Okay, very good. Very good. Paula says Michigan. We talked about that, Paula. We talked about Detroit, actually. Geraldine is saying Minnesota. Is that the home of Prince? Dang, I bet you we could tour Prince's house and everything. Do they have a casino there, Geraldine? I think they do, because I think you'd be all up in that. Yeah, we're avoiding that cruise, those dates. Yep. Thanks, Mindy. But yeah, we're already on it. We're already on top of it, Mindy. And we want to try to space it out and do it so that it's not back to back, so people give people time. But you have a whole year to plan for both. Really, I think and I don't know, do you guys think we should announce it sooner? But we were going to get some fillers, announce it in January, exactly what we're doing and to get the ball rolling on things. But, we wanted to give people a heads up if they were interested. And if it's in your area, you come for one day. We're just doing a weekend, something quick, something simple. Not simple. I'm not gonna say that. But something quick and something fun, I'm thinking of things we could do right now. I love it. My creative juices are flowing. Paul, yes, I know people say that. I want to do that. Mindy M. Vegas is too hot, based around food. Most of us can't eat. She says alcohol and most of us can't drink. That is too funny, Jen. I would be down for Vegas. It's close to me. Could drive, but flights are cheap. Okay, very cool. Okay, all right. So we got some more Vegas folks up in here. Lovely says she's down for the Vegas trip. Okay. Bellflower is writing this down. When is this happening? Okay, so we thought about next summer, June. Now, I know Vegas is hot and it's hot. The closer you go to April, May, the cooler you are. So in June, and I've been to Vegas in mid-July, and it was hot. But I tell people I wasn't that hot because I was going from hotel to hotel. They have like a kind of trams and different things. You really don't even have to go outside for some things. Some things I did go outside for, but I was in and out. And then if I did have to go out, I made sure I went out early or at night when it cools down. If you go midday, if you like to walk that strip, you can forget it. One of the things, I won't say that. I probably shouldn't say that on here. But yeah, I'm just going to keep that to myself. Paisley Palace and the Mall of America in Minnesota has some good hotels. Paisley Palace and Mall of America. And that's in Minnesota. Is that where you are from, Geraldine? What in the what? Okay, the Mall of isn't that the biggest mall? This is so appropriate for a downsizing diva trip. I told Bellflower, I said, I'll go to a casino, yeah, but they gotta have a mall. They have to have a mall. I love that. Okay, very good. Geraldine says the Mall of America. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. She says, Journey, losing it with Grace says, Journey, I see you. It's hot out here and in Vegas, but it's different with no humidity. From a DMV perspective, I go home or Florida and I feel like I'm a die from the humidity. Yes. Okay. So Vegas, but it's different. So Vegas doesn't have humidity. You know who has the worst humidity? I thought was Texas. What do you think? Have you been there, Tia? I think Texas is, oh, geez. I mean, it is like no other heat I've experienced in Houston, Texas, and Dallas, both of them. She says, journey of life. I'm listening, had to take the kids to their activities. Okay. People are saying hello. Isn't the cruise in June? Yeah, so we thought about the last week in June or it was another time in July, but we could try to get out of June altogether. We were just trying to come up with some alternative dates, more than one date for right now. Kim says, I'm flexible. Just let me know. I would have to fly by myself. Oh boy, Mel B, help. I'm scared I may get lost. You will not get lost. You will be fine. We will take good care of you. Good care of you. No food or drink, but we can dance and gamble. All right. In Vegas, you're saying? Yes. You're so funny. Tia, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means, Bellflower, but maybe that's for her. I don't know. 3 days and 2 nights. Yes. Tia, you're in the DMV. Are we neighbors? Okay. I think she said, did she say she lives in Denver, but I think she has family there. You live in Texas. You disagree. You don't think so? Oh my God. That I'm telling you, Slims in the making. That heat just woo. And then another thing in Texas, you go in Texas and you thinking, oh, okay, I'm about to go in this restaurant and cool down. You about to freeze in those restaurants. They have restaurants, malls, whatever. That air conditioning is up high. You don't have to worry. You're freezing. You need a jacket. Then you go outside and you want to strip down. Okay, so let's get into let's get into this topic. I know people watching from home. If you're watching from home, thanks for hanging in here with us. These lives are fun when you're up in the chat, but let's talk about, I want to know about the sides of it all. So I'm going to tell you the top 10 sides. But before we do that, that's going to go with your protein and veggies, because everybody says they're eating protein and veggies, right? But what are you eating for your side? So it can't be a protein, it can't be a veggie, and let's stay away from the fruits because I want some other things that I can eat. So I want to know from you guys, what's your go-to side dish since you've been taking this GLP-1? What is it? One side dish. It can't be a protein. It can't be a veggie. It can't be a fruit. What else are you eating? That's what I want to know. And I'm going to say, what has mine been? I would say, how about, I'm going to put mine in the chat. I hope I spelled this right. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say mine is also well, we have some good ones. So Harjarine says white rice. You're laughing, Slim. Quinoa says simply Taisha. Jasmine rice says bellflower. Fancy smancy. Brown rice. Yeah, I would have to go with the brown rice because I eat out. You know, if you watch that video, I eat at Chipotle. And mine is a sweet potato. I should have said rice, wild rice. I love a good wild rice too. Wild rice, air fried Yukon French fries. Okay, very good. That sounds yummy. Water. Lentils. Okay, Miss Linda. Lentils. You eat all the things. Okay, Jen. Rice medley, spelled whole grain, red rice, whole grain, brown rice. Okay, very good. I rarely eat something that's not a veggie, protein, or fruit. Wow. Jeez, Louise. I told you, Mindy, during that interview, that just impressed me how low your carb count is. Black beans or pinto. I just bought some, and I bought some black eyed peas. I wonder where they fall on the spectrum. That's what I ended up buying at the grocery store today, and I'm gonna cook those bad babies. I do love quinoa, and oh, you do. Couscous. I'm not a couscous fan, but I bet you your husband hooks it up. Black beans, okay, I like a good black bean. Brown rice and sweet potato in the air fryer. Are you eating those together, or are you just saying you cook brown rice in the air fryer, or it's just the sweet potato? Okay, what am I thinking, Beth? Black beans, okay, very good. Cauliflower rice, okay. Chickpeas, okay. You guys have some good selections. Okay, very good, very good. Let's see. What's one carb that you guys, okay, you said good culture cottage cheese. Okay. Mel, you love couscous. It's also good chilled. Okay, very good. And I'm not a fan. Maybe I haven't had it that it was cooked good. So tell me what is one side that you guys have said goodbye to? Like you just said, I'm not eating this ever at all, or I haven't eaten it. You just kicked it to the curb once your GLP-1 journey started. Anybody at home? I wonder what yours was. What was that carb that you kicked to the curb? You know what mine was? I didn't kick it totally to the curb, but I sure gave it a break. This is my favorite food of all time, and it's hard to mess these babies up. Oh, let's see. Ooh, this is what you gave up. Pork grinds with melted cheese. Pork grinds. You put nachos, melted cheese on those like nachos. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to picture that. Jeez, Louise. Okay, just the sweet potato in the air fryer. You also do brown rice. I don't eat them in the same. You don't eat them in the same sitting though. Okay, all right. Air, is there anything other than protein, fruit, or veggie? Yes, yes, yes. Anything other than that. Okay, you stopped the white rice. White rice. I stopped eating even before. Okay, very good. That white rice. They tell you to eat the brown instead, Paul. French fries for me, the downsizing diva. I mean, I ditched the fries, but I'm telling you, every now and then I do have some fries in the air fryer, make my little fries myself. My dad cooks the best fries, but he actually fries them. But yeah. Mac and cheese. Oh, that's a good one, Harjarine. White rice. Look at this stuff we're giving up. French fries. Bread and pasta, but bread mostly. Oh my God. French fries. Another person. Potato salad, macaroni salad, Jamaican rice and peas. Oh my goodness. Since my husband is Japanese, it was hard, but we rarely eat white rice anymore. Now, you know that man loves you. He's sacrificing. You're sacrificing. I love that. Very good. He's so supportive. Trucker says, I gave up bread, but I eat rice instead. Okay. All right. Very good. Anything fried. Yeah, I guess that's me too, Slims in the making. Anything fried. She said, clearly, yes. I don't love pasta so easy. Jolene, I skipped that. This is one of mine too. I'm gonna come back. I don't love pasta so easy not to eat them. I dislike mac and cheese. Lucky me. Very good, very good. Jolene, French fries and potato chips are like cousins, right? Or long distance, or maybe the sisters. I don't know. But man, I love a good potato chip and I love some French fries. Potatoes are my thing. I mean, I just love potatoes, all things potatoes. I said goodbye to candy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Doritos. That's another one. You know, I heard how I don't want to give Doritos a bad, but allegedly, I heard Doritos was one of the worst junk foods you could eat. That and Doritos. I said, geez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Probably regular pasta. I've had veggie noodles. Okay, regular pasta. Okay. Cereal, I'm sad about it too. I love Captain Crunch. Here's some deep fried foods from Linda. Yes. Cereal, you know, I've never been a big cereal eater because I don't like milk. So, you know, I don't eat the cereal. But geez, Louisa, I know people love that cereal, Paula. Um, I use my air fryer several times a day. You do everything in it. Very good. Okay. Mel can't remember when she's had anything fried. Oh, Mel, that's so good. Turnip fries made in the air fryer is a good French fry. Turnip fries. I still eat fries though. I don't do a lot of sides. Okay. I figured a lot of people weren't. Gummy bears, that was something I thought I would never get rid of. Oh my goodness. Oh, Darian, hit the like button. Are you subscribed? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Darian, for the reminder. Hit that like button, subscribe. Lakeisha, this is my favorite ice cream of all time, butter pecan. You know, people always say older people eat butter pecan. But butter pecan, everybody I know that is over a certain age, their favorite kind of ice cream is butter pecan. I don't know what it is about that butter pecan, but I love it. All right, so that is good to know. You know, we all had some similar things going on that we were eating. Okay, so before I ask the next question, I'm going to tell you what do you guys think would be a great side? If you had to tell me to eat one side that was like a healthy side, it didn't have a lot of carbs, you said downsizing diva, you need to put this on your menu, what would it be? What's your carb that you're going to tell me it's low in carbs, it's not going to spike my blood sugar, it's going to do even better if I eat it with the protein? What is that? What is that going to, what side is that? And then I'm going to tell you what the top 10 sides are that we can eat with our protein and veggies. Everybody's seeing Darian pick for you do too, TSC. Butter pecan ice cream. We love it. What's that one side? What's the healthy side? Oh, Paul. Okay, we got one from Paul. Beverly, I plan to use. Oh, you're gonna love that. You said my favorite ice cream, and I actually haven't eaten it in years. Yes, butter pecan is just about. And you know, I don't know if you guys have a Mitchell's ice cream. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but a Mitchell's ice cream, they have the best butter pecan ice cream I've ever had. I don't know if you guys have a Mitchell's, but if you do, and you're giving yourself a little treat, you might want to get a junior size cone. But it is delicious. You know, my daughter loves Mitchell, so that she chooses that a lot. It's like where she wants to go. All right, we got a lot of these butter pecans. Oh, bluebell is so good. Okay, that's a butter pecan with the bluebell. Okay, Paul gave us a side. He says cauliflower rice casserole with bake. Oh, is that what you gave up, or that's what you're eating now? That sounds too good to be something I should be eating. Okay, cauliflower rice casserole with bacon, cheese, and green onions. Yummy. Now I would take the bacon off, but that does sound good. Jeez Louise. You said a salad. Okay, I just love a good salad. I had one earlier today. I eat these occasionally. White potato, sweet potato souffle, or French fries, mission tortilla chips, low carb wrap, pita crackers, protein elbow pasta for mac and cheese or tuna, and macaroni. And are you about to say balsamic vinegar? I think you were going to say balsamic something. Very good. Kim broke it down. Thank you. I bought some black eyed peas, pinto beans, great northern beans. Okay, very good. Jasmine rice, brown rice from Chipotle. Yeah, me too. Whole food, Spanish cloud. You told me about this Spanish cauliflower rice. Bill, today when I was talking to Bev, she was telling me that she gets the Spanish cauliflower rice from Whole Foods, and I told her I was going to try it. She said it's very good. And she said it's not like because she didn't really like it before, but this one's good. And we talked about adding some. What did you say, Bev? I said, if you cooked it on the stove. I usually like to add like a broth to mine to give it some flavor. This one, she said you don't cook like that, so we would add a bouillon kind of flavor into it, like I guess a chicken one or a veggie one. I don't know what the flavors are. I don't really use those a lot, but sounds like a great idea. Brown or whole grain, you said whole grain rice, red rice, black rice, spelled barley, yummy and filling. Throw some beans on it. Throw some beans on it. Okay. Oh, Lord, papaya salad. High in fiber and goes great with any protein. Okay. That sounds good. Spaghetti squash. Yes, yes, yes. What kind you make with spaghetti, zucchini too? I heard that's good. Cabbage. Yes, Linda, that's a good one. But that's a veggie though. That's a veggie. It's low carb. Okay, I saw that and I thought, yeah, it is because it has the bacon, the onions, and the cheese. Yes. Squash. Okay, very good. Green lima beans. It gives you a lot of fiber. I learned to eat them. I do like those lima beans. My husband makes stir-fry rice using cauliflower rice. It's a great way to use up the veggies in the fridge. That's a great idea too. Very good. Let's see. We also use pasta zero. Okay, very good. Let's see. Please acknowledge my weight loss. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Jerlene. Wow. So you went from 291. Wait a minute. Let me calculate. Make sure I get the total together. So we have 289, 291 minus the 218. And that puts you at 73 pounds down. Woo! Go, Jerlene. Go, Jerlene. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Now, am I right, guys? Do I have the right total? Yay, Jerlene. Go, Jerlene. We got to do the Jerlene shuffle. I love that. Very good, Jerlene. You are doing it, and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Remember that song from LL Cool J? And his wife did not like that song. Okay, very good. Jerlene, that is awesome. Congrats. People are saying congrats, Jerlene. Journey of Life is saying, what about nuts? Yes, that's a good option too. Nuts would be a healthy fat, depending on the nut though. All nuts aren't equal. Mindy, do you eat, is that shirataki noodles? Ooh, shiitake noodles. Shirataki. Oh, okay. I don't eat those. Let's see. What are you guys saying? People are saying congratulations, Jerlene. And thanks for being a member for 3 months. That is not lost on me. Thank you. Love that, Jerlene. Slims in the making. If you eat anything that spikes your glucose after eating protein first, it will lower the spike. Even apple cider vinegar before each meal will help. Yes. I hear that's a good thing to do. Sometimes I've done that when I was, really really trying to cut carbs and all of that. It's been a time where I was drinking that apple cider vinegar. Jeez Louise, to get that baby down. Yes, Mindy, we do that too. I drop in the egg. It is so good. I will drop in the egg. Very good. I love that. Oh, here you go, Jerlene. How about these? All of these. Congratulations. Woohoo. Jerlene, go Jerlene. Jerlene, go Jerlene. We love that. Love it. Congratulations, Jerlene. We got to put some respect on your name. Paul, you the man, Paul. You the man. I love that. Very good. Okay, very good. Everyone saying congratulations. We love that, Jerlene. Okay, seasoned air fried chickpeas, she said. Jerlene says thank you. So you're an example of somebody who was not eating enough. And see, that also can stop your weight loss. I'm glad you said that, because I think a lot of times people think don't eat a lot and then you're just going to lose. But really, you also got to eat enough to lose too, because your body will hold on to that fat. That guy from DEXA Skin told me that. And he also told me that it's going to mess up your metabolism if you don't eat enough. Okay, Davina, how are you? Hello, hello. She says, I stick to low sugar fruits like avocados and berries and no starch vegetables. I mostly eat meat. It's going well. It helps you stay under 150 and you're never bloated, but still regular too. Okay, very good. So you're never bloated. Okay. Mel does drink this apple cider vinegar. Sometimes I'm talking to Mel and she's like, yeah, I'm just drinking some apple cider vinegar with this sparkling water. So she mixes it with sparkling water and she drinks it all day long. Do you like the taste of that? Jeez Louise. Okay, so let me show you guys before we get into I don't know if I should show you this first. I'm just going to show you. Here are the top 10 sides. If you've been watching this video for the top 10 sides, I'm going to put in the chat how you can fast forward to get to this baby. So here's the top 10. Now, this is just my top 10 list I researched. If you have another top 10 list, I guarantee you some of these same foods are on there. So let's see what they are. Let's see what they are. Let me take this off. I agree, Darium. I don't like the taste of it either. Okay, so this is what they're saying. These are some of the sides that we should be eating. They support us being satisfied. They support our blood sugar stability, and they help with fat loss, which is what I need. And I'm sure a lot of you are eating this avocado slices. They have healthy fats, fiber. It's a creamy texture if you like the creaminess of it all. And it's 2 grams of carbs, so low carbs. Here's our quinoa, number 2, protein, fiber-packed grain as a grain alternative. It has 18 grams of carbs. And I think for a whole grain like that, that's kind of on the lower side, but it's 18. Lentils or black beans, they are slow to digest, which makes them great, right? And then it's also high in fiber for the most part. It just depends on the bean. You got to check that. 12 grams of carbs. A sweet potato, a small portion, has natural carbs, lots of vitamin A, 17 grams of carbs. Chia seed pudding. Now, I haven't gotten into this, but chia seed pudding, they say it's great for you. High fiber, good fats, low sugar. Look at that carb count, only 2 grams of carbs. Cauliflower mash, a lot of you mentioned that. It's a comfort food. You could do what Paul did to his and put that cheese, that bacon. I don't know, that might, some of you might like, that messes it up for me. But if you're someone who wants to have like that, it reminds me of like a twice baked potato, or a potato with the works on it. You could do it like that, make it into something that's like a comfort food. 2 grams of carbs. Zucchini noodles, low carb. You could do that as a pasta swap. I think I talked about that a little earlier. 2 grams of carbs. Now, I've never done that. I just heard it was really good. I'm going to go to my farmer's market. I didn't go there yet. I went to my actual grocery store, not the farmer's market, but they have at the farmer's market already cut up. So I'm going to get some of that, put that pasta sauce on there and see how I like that. Greek yogurt, plain protein. It has probiotics, easy to pair with other things. Of course, we know that Greek yogurt is the bomb. 2 grams of carbs, egg. Here's our eggs, boiled or poached. And this was, I think, they were basing off of 2 eggs. Eggs could be very filling. It's 2 carbs. And then I've never had this I have had it once. Ezekiel toast. I don't love it. A half a slice. What it has is that going for it is it's high in fiber. I don't like the sprouted grains of it all, but you may love it. It's 2 grams of carbs. So if you want a low carb bread, that's the way to go. That really is the way to go. A low carb bread. So there we have it. A lot of you guys have mentioned a lot of these. So you guys we're on the right track. I love that. We are on the right track. Look at that. All right. So now I'm going to ask you, and what are you guys saying in there? Do you guys think this is a good list? I thought that was a great list. Darium said, unpopular opinion. He does not like the way apple cider vinegar tastes. I don't either. But, what are you going to do? Davinia says lemon juice and lime juice, added water is great too. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. And she said she's going to try that. Yeah, I'm going to try the sparkling water of it all. Jerlene said she had no appetite with Mounjaro, so she was stalled out for a few weeks. Okay, very good. But you're doing great. We're like almost like weight loss twins. Yes, 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 yes. If you have no appetite, the best thing to eat is protein. Yeah, somebody else told us that too. No appetite, the best thing you can eat is protein. Very good. And see, this is another reason why I'm glad I made a goal to reduce the carbs, because even though I know that when you're very full, I'm glad you said this, Davinia, because let me just look at you and say, when you're very full and you can't really eat, this is the first time I'm really experiencing that to the degree like I've heard people say it, now I can relate. And the last thing you do want to eat is protein. It's so much easier to eat like a grape, which I know you should go for the protein, but I'm just saying, to be honest, it's easy to go for some like sweet potatoes that I mashed up, or rice, those light things. They're a little bit lighter. So those are easier for me to go to than to eat the protein, right? Because the protein is going to make me feel even more stuffed. So that's another reason why this goal is going to be good for me. Now, if it's not good for me, we only have 21 days to suffer through it, right? 19. But I just think, so now if that's going to force me, even though I know I should have probably been doing it before, but it was just easier for me to say, oh, I'm just going to eat this because I really wasn't so strict on my carbs. Now that I'm nailing it strict, being more strict with my carbs with this low carb, that's gonna force me to get that protein. So I would eat the, because my appetite is suppressed, I would eat that little bit of sweet potato. So just before I started this live tonight, I had a taco salad. So I had ground turkey. I think I mentioned this earlier, ground turkey, cheese. I cut up some onions. I didn't feel like doing the lettuce, getting the lettuce together, so I didn't add that. And a little bit of dressing that I put on top, and I had a little dab of sour cream with that. So that was good, but I didn't need to eat that. I only really ate that because I don't want my metabolism to just be down the tubes, because I would have probably had, if I hadn't eaten that, I probably wouldn't have even had 800 calories today. So I said all that to say it's just hard to get that protein in when your appetite is so suppressed. And so this is going to be a good goal for me, because this is going to force me to focus on that protein. And she says, I finally got with the program. Darium says, good job, Jerlene. Darium says, I wonder how many people find it hard to eat on the GLP-1s. I think a lot of people do, especially if you're probably up in those doses. But Jerlene, I think she was in the 5 or the 7.5. It just depends. So Felicia, you love a boiled egg. Okay, very good. Darium, you have a boiled egg with a bunch of pepper. Yes, I don't eat the pepper, but that boiled egg. Chia seeds with coconut milk topped with fresh mango. That sounds so yummy. That's a good healthy drink, Mel. I truly dislike you didn't like the Ezekiel bread either? Yeah. You love it, Mindy. My grands call it old lady bread. That is so funny. Okay, all right. Jerlene, cottage cheese, avocado, and salmon. That sounds yummy. I don't like the Ezekiel bread either. It is very grainy. I don't like that either. I guess I'm a weirdo. I like the bread toasted in a skillet with some. Oh, Paul, we love that. You over there cooking up some stuff, Paul. I love it. Surprise cottage cheese didn't make the list. Yeah, it did not. No, and usually you're right. It's on everything, isn't it? Let's see. Well, this is the top 10. It could have been 11. Mindy. So, Darius said, isn't that bread biblical? That doesn't mean it's going to taste good, though. Mindy, I always thought about trying those noodles. Oh, have you? You were scared because people said the juice is in its package has an odor that you really have to wash off. Is that true? Is that shiitake noodles? I never had those either. Slim's awesome. I've heard sourdough bread is good and contains protein, of course, limit. Okay, I didn't know it contained enough protein. She said, allegedly, dear. Yeah. Journey of life. Drinking ACV water before bed about 2 hours is actually good for regulating your blood sugars. Okay, very good. Yeah, that apple cider vinegar does a whole lot of stuff that's supposed to be good for your system overall. For the next 21 days, you're going to be the carb intentional at Didi. Yes, I'm just going to be so into those carbs. Yeah, but not to the point where it's racking my brain type of thing, right? Because that's why this weekend I'm going to organize myself. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I have big plans to organize myself, so we shall see. Because right now I've been off my game. I'm not sure. I believe the name is tied to sprouted grains that have been around since biblical times, but hashtag not a historian. Kim J, yes, I rinse it in super hot water or boil it first. It's made from a root, but it smells fishy. Mm. You haven't had any issues eating on Mounjaro, says it's dairy. Said he has not had any issues. I don't get the suppression of it. Geez, Louise, you're up there. Aren't you on 12.5? It has a biblical verse on the bag, if I'm not mistaken. Let me ask GTP or GPT. I love that, Journey. I love it. I'm back. We're talking old lady bread. Do you eat that bread, Mia? Are you down with that Ezekiel bread? Let me find out. Paul is over there frying up that bread. He said he was. He said he put that bread in the skillet. He said he put that bread in the skillet. Y'all better get hip to what he's doing over there with the bread. Dee, if it's a carb, you want to portion it 1/4 to 1/2 and front load it with vegetables and meat first. Okay, yeah. I know. I try to get that protein. I get that protein before I swallow it good. But I don't really want to eat that though, because it's like I feel like it's heavy even though it's really not because I haven't eaten, a lot of calories for the day. So yeah, it's just a catch-22. That's a good problem to have, I'll tell you. Journey for me anyway. Now some people it might be awful, but I haven't had this yet, so it's just interesting trying to work through it. Journey in the morning and before meals. Okay, very good. I bet you that suppresses your appetite a little bit with this that apple cider vinegar. Because I mean, just think the apple cider vinegar of it all. Are you going to really want a whole bunch of stuff to eat drinking that all day? Probably not. That's a good appetite curb tip, Mel. Because I guarantee you that's going to curb your appetite. I'm going to sign up for that tomorrow. But I feel like I don't have sparkling water, so I got to get some sparkling water. I'm going to try it. I've heard you talk about it. I just never thought about it. I've been adding egg whites cooked up with your protein. That's a great tip too, Mary. Mary, you're getting in that. I'll never forget that. You broke that 60 grams of protein down for breakfast. You were the MVP. I remember that. All right, so y'all convinced her. Yeah, let's do the apple cider vinegar of it all with the sparkling water. I hope I find it very hard to eat. First injection, I forgot to eat for 32 hours. Very good. You said not good. And I'm saying very good that you oh my goodness. So what happened when you ate after that? Because that's a whole day. So you didn't eat for a whole day. Jeez, Louise, so what happened when you finally ate? Your first injection, you forgot to eat for 32 hours. Oh my gosh. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Okay, you broke down the Bible verse. Thank you, Chat GTP or GPT. I can't even get that right. Okay, you said, and you take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and emmer, and put them into a single vessel and make your bread from them. Ezekiel 4:9. So yeah, I thought that was from the book of in the Bible. I thought so. Now I don't know if they had anything to do with making that bread, but did you get a license for that? Do you need a license to do that? Shiitake noodles do smell bad. Oh, I would not want to make those. Boiled eggs, my go-to for your first meal. I eat it with nothing but bagel seasoned pepper, and a tad bit of Lawry's. Okay, all right, Kim. Kim and those eggs. You know, in my refrigerator, I have 3 cartons of eggs. I just bought 2 today, so I plan on hitting those eggs up. Kim J, the noodles are good. They do smell very fishy. I rinse them several times before you cook them. Okay, you eat those too, huh? She's so right about the sourdough bread. Per my GI doctor said it is good or better bread for your gut health. Okay, the sourdough bread. Okay, that's a great tip that you guys gave us with that. I'm trying to stay away from all things bread. Tia, Healthy Spirit Podcast. She says, I make sourdough, minimal protein, but homemade is better. What they sell as sourdough in the stores is not healthy. Okay, Tia. So she says she makes it. Minimal protein, but homemade is better. All right. That sounds good though. Slims, but still weirdly chasing that experience. Haven't forgotten a meal yet. Now, it was times I forgot to eat and had to remind myself, like, you can't go all day. If you got that right dose that's hitting right, you could go all day. So that is true. I drink a shot of ACV with water or lemon and water. Yes. Grays, good. Start with 1 teaspoon and 20 ounces of sparkling water. Okay. No, DD. I'm saying any carbs you want to eat. Okay. Okay. Sounds like that old lady bread might be the only religion I'll get. Oh no, Mandy. Love that. You said that old lady bread. Front load with veggies and meal first. Okay, yes. Okay, I love to get a good sourdough starter from somewhere. Okay, lead with the protein. Yes. Does my pound count its dairy? He said random. Does anyone have an egg cooker? And she said, does the pot count? That's a good question. Okay, so here, are you drinking? Ooh, what are you drinking? All right, Jen said saw someone make hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer. Jen, I've never seen that. Oh, I bet they're doing everything up under the sun in that air fryer. No, I was busy at work. Then I had to manage kids at night, got home and went to bed because I was tired and decided not to eat after 7:30 once starting the GLP-1. Well, that's a rule of mine too, not to eat after 7:30. I like that rule. All right, so are you guys ready? Am I ready? Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, I like to kind of get this ingrained in our heads, whatever we're learning. Drinking, are you drinking any of those? Ooh, Pellegrino. That sounds good. Is the ACV in the sparkling water more tolerable with a specific flavor? You do your eggs in the air fryer for deviled eggs. I have a Ninja Foodie, which is also a pressure cooker. Boiled eggs in the air fryer. Yeah, that is interesting. Darium, I have an egg cooker. I used it a lot at first, but the hubs prefers to make them the old-fashioned way. Yeah, I like the old-fashioned way too, but that's all I know. If I had one, if somebody bought me one, I think I would use it. All right, this is what she's drinking. I guess, meal to the B. Okay. Graze in my AVC drink, put ginger juice, sparkling water, and liquid monk fruit, and a little bit of Redmond salt. Oh, wow, Paul, you are doing it up. Jeez, Louise, that sounds super fancy, but slightly good, oddly enough. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys, we're doing a food mashup. Get it? Mashup, mashed food. So I want you to tell me, which one do you think has the most carbs in it? And do not cheat. Go off the cuff. What do you think? So you were trying to figure out. She said, okay, Paul, you fancy. That's a Drake song. You fancy now. She says, Paul, that's a super electrolyte drink. Would you just remind me to get the red mint sauce? I know. You just reminded me to get the red mint sauce. Yes. Okay, so which one of these foods has the most carbs? Are you ready? You got to put the name of the food in the chat. So this is the first round. Which one has the most carbs? A half of a sweet potato, medium size, or a half a cup of brown rice? Which one do you think has the most carbs? Put your answer in the chat.
I'm playing.
Which one?
What was the question?
Which one do you think has the most carbs? Sweet potato or brown rice? Okay, my daughter thinks, I'll tell you what she thinks after we get some of these answers. She thinks brown rice. All right, what do you guys think? This is good. I'm just curious to see. So the sweet potato was a half a size medium and the brown rice was a half a cup cooked. They are, but we're just talking about the carb count. Journey, just the carb count. All right, let me see. All right, you guys have some good guesses. All right, we got a rice. We got a brown rice. We got a brown rice. Rice. Sweet potato, brown rice, sweet potato, brown rice, sweet potato, rice. That's a trick question. Brown rice, sweet potato, sweet potato. All right, the answer is brown rice. Yay, the brown rice people. Okay, brown rice. It says the brown rice has 22 carbs, right? It's 22 carbs. Wait. Oh, did I say the least amount of carbs or the most carbs? I should have said pick the higher carb option. I messed that up. So I'm sorry. I think I said which one has the least amount of carbs, right? So the one that has the least amount of carbs is the sweet potato, not the brown rice. I'm sorry, I said the question wrong. So if you said sweet, did I say the most? Did I say which one had the most? Okay, if I said the one that had the, okay, Mindy, so I'm right. It's brown rice. Sorry. I've confused myself up in here. Okay, so the most. So brown rice is correct. It has 22 grams of carbs. Very good. I'm not going to say the carb count unless somebody tries to hit me on a technicality. All right, very good, very good. Okay, I said the most. So we're going with the most. Whichever one has the most. I should have did the least, right? But it's going to help me out either way. Okay, so what about this is the next food matchup. One medium apple or a half a medium banana. Which one has the most carbs? Which one has more carbs? A half of a banana or a medium-sized apple?
Any apple?
No, this is a teacher's kid. She's gonna say any apple. Yes, ma'am. It's any apple in general.
Yeah, but not all apples.
Okay, well just go with it, please. Which one or which one are you going with?
Banana.
Okay. All right, so what are you guys saying? Ah, okay. You're like, Paul said, geez Louise, the most. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Okay, so yes, Mindy, geez Louise, I just confused myself up here. All right, so we have banana, we have a banana, we have banana. We can make a song. Banana meatball. Okay, all right. So we did get an apple. Paul was the odd man out with the apple. Journey of Life missed the question. Which one has the most carbs? Either a medium-sized apple or a half a banana. And the answer is Journey of Life. Do you want to try? It is an apple. Yes. Apple has more carbs than the half of the banana, not the whole banana, but half. All right, banana. Yay. Okay, very good. So, okay, what about this one? A half a cup of quinoa or a half a cup of lentils? Which one has, now the quinoa is going to be cooked. So a half a cup of cooked quinoa or a half a cup of lentils. Which one has more carbs?
What's quinoa and what's
Well, you just got to take a guess, honey.
quinoa?
Okay, she says quinoa. What do you guys say? What's an epic fail, Mel? I was singing it with confidence. Oh, is that Gwen Stefani's doesn't she have a song about bananas, something with bananas? No. Does Gwen Stefani have a song about bananas? Who has a banana?
There's another one.
Somebody's going bananas. I just think of Gwen Stefani.
Bananas of the world do not feel bananas.
No, they don't know that song. That's a Go Noodle song. They might not know that. That's a kid song. Something about Go Bananas. Oh, geez. I don't know. All right, so you guys are saying which one has the most? So let's see. We have lentils. Sandy B, how are you? She says, hello, everyone. Good questions. We'll be back. Have to rinse my perm. Love it. She says, lentils. Slim's in the making. Okay, we got another lentils. Shh. We have quinoa. We got a quinoa. With somebody with my daughter on the quinoa. We got lentils again. She said, because it tastes better. Lentils. Holla back, girl. Yeah. But does she say, but something about bananas? I don't know. Yes, she does. Okay. Is that what she was trying to say? Bananas, banana. So how does it go? Now I gotta know. I ain't no holla back, girl. Sometime I've been around that track, something. Be right back as I ain't no holla back, girl. How does the bananas come up though? This something is bananas. Bananas. This is bananas. I can't curse on here because they're gonna bleep me. I had to get that. Holla back. Yes. Okay, yes, she spells it out. Gwen Stefani. I just had to get that. That's a karaoke song. Is that your go-to song? This is bananas. Bananas. Oh, I love Gwen Stefani. Okay, so just like Gwen. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's not just like Gwen. Well, the answer is quinoa. Quinoa has the most out of those. She says lentils alone are sad to her. Okay, what about this? These are two of my all-time favorite fruit is strawberries, and my next favorite is grapes. So this is a head-to-head competition. Which one do you think has the most carbs? 1 cup of grapes or 1 cup of strawberries? This should be an easier answer. What do you think?
Actually, grapes. That's my answer. Say grapes. I say grapes.
You can't keep changing. You gotta go with your first thought.
Okay, I go with strawberry. Wait, first thought.
All right, it's a head-to-head competition. Best fruit in the land.
Strawberry.
All right. Now I think they have this for sure. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Mel says, leave it to the mayor. Wait, Felicia says, Cindy, I hope your hair comes out fabulous. She just said, bro, she just hit us with, I gotta go wash out this perm. I just thought that was so hilarious. Okay, all right. So what are you guys saying? Okay, strawberries, grapes, grape, strawberries. Okay, lovely. It's breaking out on her own with the strawberries. Felicia got the emoji. We got another grapes. Berries are the best fruits for low carb. Yes, it is. So the ones that have the most, though, remember, Mindy, you got to use that reverse psychology. Journey of life, we want to know head-to-head competition, which has the most carbs. Is it going to be your grapes or your strawberries?
There's a song about strawberries. I forget.
Low sugar or most sugar? Oh, okay. So you guys, you guys are right. It is the grapes. Grapes have more carbs, a lot more. Remember, berries are one of the best fruits you could eat because they're lower in carbs than any fruit out there. For you're a type 2 diabetic. I'm sure they probably tell you that. They didn't say specifically which grapes, but I'm thinking these are green, red grapes. Probably the purplish red, whatever they call them, red. All right, next question. What about, you guys don't get this. Carrots or broccoli? 1 cup of raw carrots or 1 cup of cooked broccoli? Which one has more carbs? Raw carrots, 1 cup. Broccoli, 1 cup. Oh, it's 10:20. You got to go to bed, honey. Come on, it's bad. It's past your bedtime. And you're going on a field trip tomorrow. Let's go. All right, they're putting their answers in the chat. What's your answer before you go?
Broccoli.
You say broccoli? Okay.
The carrots.
She's changing her answer to carrots.
I just thought about it.
This quiz is tricky. Okay. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock a rap, to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. All right. So it is carrots. Carrots has more carbs than broccoli. You said I learned so much from these quizzes. Yeah, these quizzes I do too. She said, finally, I got that song. That bothered you, Mel, didn't it? I could not get that song. It's 7:20 in Cali. That's it. Jeez Louise. Oh, gosh. We're tired and you're just in your stride. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you guys were right with the carrots. Okay, what about this one? Paul, you should get this one right. And Mindy. Oatmeal, a half a cup of oatmeal cooked, or cauliflower rice, 1 cup. Which one has the most carbs? Oatmeal, a half a cup cooked of oatmeal, or cauliflower rice, 1 cup. Everybody got it this time. Yes. Thank you, Mindy. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And Jerlene's hitting us with the carrots too. Very good. Okay. So next question is either oatmeal or cauliflower rice. Half a cup of cooked oatmeal or 1 cup of cauliflower rice. Which one has the most carbs? Oh, you guys are on it, on it, on it. It was the oatmeal. You are right. Oatmeal, oatmeal for the win, for the win, for the win. Very good. Down the line, everybody says oatmeal. Very good. That was a good one. Okay, what about this one? Slim's in the making. Slim's in the making. Yay. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, okay. Wait, let me find it. Is it down there? Oh, here it is. I was on it. I was on it and couldn't see. Thank you. That is so sweet. My new computer. You guys, it's going to be, I'm thanking you guys when that eventually comes, my little new computer here. That is so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so Mindy's hitting us with the facts. Diabetics need to be careful with the oatmeal. It spikes your blood sugar for many of us. Yes, yes, yes. I don't really, Trader Joe's, I'm telling you, Trader Joe's has the best oatmeal. It has flax seeds in it, which if Kim J, Sweet Healthy Life is on here, I'm going to call her the flaxseed queen. But it is so good. That reminds me, now that I'm, watching my carbs, I haven't thought about it, but now Mindy, you're going to make me think about it. Good night. Love you. Those carbs, oh my gosh, they're sure in there, but that's some good oatmeal, I could tell you that. All right, very good. I think all of you guys have that pretty much. Okay, what about this one? Ooh, Look at this. Paw. The paw of it all. Paul should have this. You too, Mindy. Okay, which one has the most carbs? Whole wheat bread. Now, doesn't matter the brand. One slice of whole wheat bread or one slice of Ezekiel bread. Which one has the most carbs? Clever. Ezekiel, you could just put an E if you don't want to write that name out. Yeah, Felicia, isn't she the flaxseed queen? Which one has the most carbs? One slice. The whole wheat bread or the Ezekiel bread? All right. Lovely said that Ezekiel bread. That's so funny. All right. Okay. All right. What are you guys saying? Oh, Harjarine says, good night, everyone. I can't keep my eyes open. Dee Dee, a great live as usual. Don't forget to check your email. Okay, I sure will. I will. Probably in the morning, because by the time I get off of here, I'm going to be going to bed like you. But thank you. Have a great night. Okay, so you guys, this is a little bit of a toss-up. I don't know if Mindy kept track of how many versus the whole wheat versus the other one, but the answer is whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread has more carbs than that Ezekiel bread. How about that? Jeez Louise. I figured it was. I don't know. That whole grain of it all kind of might throw you off. All right. Very good. Ezekiel bread does have more fiber. It does. So that's, maybe that's probably why it plays into it. All right. We only have a few more to go. How about this? Ooh, I love this question. Almonds, 1/4 cup of almonds or 1/4 cup of cashews. They don't have the same amount. Which one do you think has more? 1/4 cup of almonds or 1/4 cup of cashews? Yeah, that's a good question. Makes you want to have some of both. What do you think? What do you think? All right, are you guys putting your answers down in here in the chat? Okay. I'll just say the opposite of what I think. Maybe I'll get these right then. Oh my goodness, that would be me too. Okay. All right, you guys, look at you guys. Okay, we got a lot of cashews up in the chat. So far, we got all cashews. So say the opposite of cashews. Maybe you'll have it. I don't know. Go with your first gut. This was a good question. So if you're wondering which one has more carbs, and I only know this because I eat a lot of these, but it is cashews. Cashews have the most carbs. How about that? Can you believe that? And I eat a lot of almonds, but cashews used to be my favorite nut. Now I think pistachios might be, well, yeah, it was cashews forever. Then I think it was pistachios. Now I'm into the almonds for the health of it all. But yeah, I love a good nut like that. Okay, here's one for you, Felicia. This one's Grace, if she's still in here. It says, which one has the most carbs? Cottage cheese, a half a cup of cottage cheese, or a half a cup of Greek yogurt plain? Which one has the most carbs? A half a cup of cottage cheese or a half a cup of Greek yogurt? Ooh. I love Dave's bread too. You had the raisin the roof bread toasted with some grass-fed butter yesterday. That sounds good. Is Bev saying good night? Good night, Bev. I didn't see that, but I'm seeing people saying good night, so maybe she did. Cashews are okay. I've heard cashews aren't the best too, Mia, but that's probably why they taste so good. I love a good cashew. That used to be my favorite. Cashews upset your stomach? Oh no. Wait, let me find Bev. Bev must have said she was leaving. Cashews is okay. So people are saying cashews. Cashews is fattening as heck. Yes, but they're so good. Cashews because it's actually a fruit. I've heard that too. Yes, yes, yes. Cashews for the win. Yeah. Cashews, my kryptonite. Aren't they so good? Especially the real big ones. You get those big ones. All right, Bev. I didn't see where Bev was leaving, but have a safe trip, Bev. Good night. And then here's a tip from her. Wait, Jen, it upsets your stomach. Really? Cashews do. I can see that though, especially if you probably don't eat a lot of them, but you overeat those babies. They will make your stomach hurt. Darium, I love the Dave bread, but you said you get the raise in the roof and you put some grass-fed butter on it. Okay, that sounds yummy too. Jeez Louise, that's a carb. One tastes better than the most. Okay. Figure the one that tastes better. Yeah, one that tastes better. Yeah, had the most. Of course, Bellfire, that's how it's gonna be. All right, very good. So you guys, and then Mia says, cashews are the poison ivy of the family. Can you believe it? Yes, I can. I remember hearing about that. So we got another Greek yogurt. We got a Greek yogurt, another cottage cheese here. We got a cottage cheese. Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. This is a good one. Good one. Well, you know what? Believe it or not. All right, we got a lot of cottage cheese up in here. Sounds yummy. I'm gonna buy some next. Yes, good ideas. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Darium says cottage cheese. Paul says cottage cheese. Let's see. Okay, I'm just scrolling down. You said I love them too. Oh, you don't like no, you're lucky. Those are the best. Oh, I didn't know butter ate great. Nuts and seeds I could live on if I wanted to. Yeah, but they're high in fat and calories. Almonds are high in oxalates. They cause me pain. Really? Oh, oxalates. Wow. Vital Farms butter from grass-fed cows. Ooh, the MLB, you're fancy. Okay, all right. So here we go. This is the answer. It is Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt. It's going to have more carbs. Wow. What about that? How about this? It's simply Taisha Maya went to bed, but this question's for her. For everybody, but she would appreciate it. Peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, or a half of an avocado. Miss Mel is an avocado queen. So half of a medium avocado or 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Which one has the most carbs? This is really good. I'm gonna have to keep this posted so I can remind myself. Peanut butter or avocado? 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 1/2 a medium avocado. We got 2 more questions after this. No, we had 3 more. Let's see. This should go fast because I think you guys have it down. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right. We got a lot of peanut butters. We got a few okay, wait a minute. We got some more avocados coming. Okay. We got these avocado folks. Not a lot of avocado. It's mostly peanut butter. All right. Well, the answer is peanut butter. Peanut butter is going to have more, just those 2 tablespoons. And that's why people say peanut butter can mess up your diet. And I think that's why people tend to go with that. How you make yourself is less fat, in the peanut butter. So yeah, how about that? You said you had both of those foods today. Avocado and the peanut butter. Okay, very good. Tallow is not for me. I watched a lady that rubbed it on her face, but it didn't do anything. She did it for a whole month. Okay. Oh, okay. I never heard of that either. Avocado. Okay. Mia, really? She said, laughing out loud. Okay. All right. So here's another one. Orange or a medium orange or a medium peach. Ooh, this is a good question. A medium orange or a medium peach. Have a good night, Tia. We're almost done too, guys, that are hanging in here to the end. You have tallow sunscreen. Okay, very good. All right, very good. Good. Everybody said good night. Which one? Yes, in some beauty circles, they say tallow is great for the skin. Okay, very good. Which one, an orange, medium orange, or a medium peach? Medium orange or a medium peach? This is a good question. Aren't you supposed to put tallow in your coffee? I don't know anything about that. Okay, you guys, I think you guys, most of you are right. It is an orange. An orange. An orange has more carbs. Very good. That was a tough one. I thought that could be neck and neck. All right, here's the last two. After this one, we have one more. So raisins or an apple. A 1/4 cup of raisins, one medium apple. Which one is going to have the most carbs? I have a 3-year-old tallow in the pantry. Oh, okay, very cool. Tallow belongs in the trash because it's fat from meat, right? Yeah. Jeez, Louise. All right, so what are you guys guessing? Raisins, raisins, raisins. 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 That dry fruit is a silent carb giant. Yes, raisins, raisins. Slims, Mia saying you are too funny. Raisins, 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 raisins. Everything's raisin. And you guys are right. It is raisins. Raisins by far. Can you believe they have 31 grams and 1/4 cup? You know how small that is? It has 31 grams of carbs. Jeez Louise. That's a lot. That is a lot. All right, here's the last question. Chickpeas or black beans? A 1/2 cup of chickpeas or a 1/2 cup of black beans? Which one has the most carbs? A 1/2 cup of chickpeas or a 1/2 cup of black beans? Nobody really said chickpeas. I know Simply Taisha eats a lot of that being a vegan. The chickpeas. Which one has the most carbs? Yeah, that dried fruit, Mia, it'll get you. It has lots of carbs in it and sugars too. All right, that was a good question. I gotta ask this last question because I think this might be surprising. Okay, and the answer to that one was the chickpeas. Can you believe that? Yes, chickpeas. Chickpeas have, they say, 20 grams of carbs. Yes, 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 chickpeas. I forgot to eat hummus. Yes, okay, here's the actual last question. I think this one will be interesting for you guys. Ooh, this is another good one. I had asked two. I'm sorry. Okay, I think this is interesting. What about blueberries? 1 cup of blueberries, 1 cup of raspberries. Head-to-head competition. Which one do you think has the most carbs? Blueberries, raspberries. Mel said, "Dag, I had a lot of these foods today." You have dill pickle, hummus in the fridge. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so what do you think? Blueberries, raspberries? Which one has the most carbs? Blueberries, raspberries. This is a good one because I'm sure this is probably a staple because it's a berry, and berries are known to be low in carbs, but which one is lower? Oh, you guys are good. Guessing. Kim chimed in for this one. All right, you guys. You guys are good. It is blueberries. They say blueberries I can't believe blueberries have 21 grams of carbs. Blueberries, 1 cup of blueberries, 1 cup of raspberries. Partly, I think, can't you get more? Well, I don't know if that would make a difference. Yeah, they say the blueberries have more carbs than raspberries. All right, here's the very last question of the night. Yeah, I said which has more? Yeah, more. Uh-huh. More, all of it's more, Mel. I never changed it. Okay, so this is the last one. Which has more? Hummus, two tablespoons of hummus, or 2 tablespoons of guacamole? 2 tablespoons of hummus or 2 tablespoons of guacamole? Which one has more carbs? This is interesting. I was surprised by the answer. Ooh. Ooh, okay, okay. All right. What you guys think? What you guys think? What you think? What you think? Hummus or guacamole? Guacamole, guacamole. Isn't there a guacamole song? Guacamole. Fred Sanford, I miss me some Sanford and Son. I used to watch that. Slim said, I'm not even trying to answer that one. Yeah, that was a good question because remember, isn't hummus made of the chickpeas, right? And then we got our guac, and that's made of the avocado. All right, so let's see. You guys are saying Mindy started or Kim came in with the hummus. Hummus. We got a hummus. We got a guacamole. We got a hummus. We got a not even trying that one. Hummus, the holy moly, doesn't have that much carbs in the word, said Fran Sanford. Yes, yes, yes. All right, very good. Let's see, hummus. We got another guac. We got another, I ain't even trying it. We got a guacamole. We got a guacamole. And it is hummus. It's going to have more carbs than that guacamole. 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons. So that's a good thought for me. But it says it only has 5 grams of carbs. So that's a very low carb dip. You know, like if I'm eating celery, because I'm going to the farmer's market either today or Friday, I believe. I might even go Saturday. But yeah, I'm going to get that. I could get some celery and dip that. And usually I dip mine in peanut butter, but that's going to be higher in fat. But I do have the peanut butter that I make myself. So that's it. Yes. All right. Very good. Thank you. You guys did a great job. I think we always manage to make these topics fun. I had a good time. All right. I just want to say thank you again to the ladies for those super chats. First of all, thank you to Paul for becoming a member. Thank you to the Mel B. Thank you to Geraldine. I appreciate you. Geraldine, we acknowledge that she lost that weight. We love that, Geraldine, because she was having a struggle. So good for you. And Slim's in the making. You are the best. Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to say a thank you again to everybody. You know what? People that and show up in the chat and just participate, this will not be fun without all of you. And I want you guys to think about where if you have any ideas about places to go and you didn't think of it and you think of it at another time, send me an email. I would appreciate that. We're working on kind of getting some places together. So that's cool. And have a great 4th of July weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be live on Sunday yet. I'm going to let you know. I'll probably put it on my community post. For sure, I won't be here on Friday just because it's the holiday and I'll be doing all things, fabulous for that 4th of July. So you guys have a safe holiday weekend with your family and your friends. Catch up on your sleep, catch up on those, anything you need to do to help you along in this thing we call life. So stay safe. And I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining me with my red, white, and blue. Wish me luck with the no carbs, low carbs, the carbs. Oh my gosh. Bye. Good night.